can't make this shit up. You can't, Scott. You cannot make it up. And this is like, his name was redacted in these files.
Yeah, I don't know why you're yelling at me.
It's a public relations blunder to say in public that you never spent time with a pedophile when in fact, you know, you had and you didn't actually cop to it until you were forced to and you were under oath. I mean,
Obviously.
This story, I mean, this is something that was labeled as a conspiracy theory, you know, by some people on the left.
So this clip isn't going to be too much of a long one, but I just wanted to show this one to you guys because I love to see Scott Jennings rattled. I genuinely do. In this clip, we're going to see Kasie Hunt, the host of CNN's The Arena, go a bit ballistic at Scott Jennings, and you're going to see Scott Jennings become a bit hot, a bit flustered in regards to trying to respond and justify Howard Lutnick blatantly lying to the American people when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein. As usual, let's watch the clip in full. And with this one, because it's so short, I'm going to save my thoughts, my perspective, everything towards the end. Let's get into it.
Well, and let's, for a second, let's show a little bit of what public accountability can look like. Of course, there is a distinction between the court of public opinion and the courts that Lulu was just talking about. But one person who has been recently implicated is Secretary Lutnick, Commerce Secretary, who, you know, when he wasn't implicated by any of these files, was free to say in public something that he now is having to say was actually not true. So here's the before and the after from Howard Lutnick. Watch.
His assistant, on like a Saturday, says, Mr. Epstein, your neighbor would like to invite you over for coffee. So my wife and I go next door. My wife and I decided that I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again. Really? So I was never in the room with him socially, for business, or for even philanthropy. That's my story. A one and absolutely done.
Did you in fact make the visit to Jeffrey Epstein's private island?
I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat going across on a family vacation. My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies.
I mean, you can't make this shit up. You can't, Scott. You cannot make it up. And this is like, his name was redacted in these files.
Yeah, I don't know why you're yelling at me, but I mean,
because you defend the administration.
It's obviously
this story. I mean, this is something that was labeled as a conspiracy theory, you know, by some people on the left, you know, during the campaigns for sure. And you have rightly criticized the Biden administration and others for not doing more about it. But it turns out that the people that said that there was something really wrong here that was being covered up were correct.
Well, I don't think Lutnick's
and now the Trump administration has a chance to make it right. And
I don't think Lutnick's committed any crimes. Now, this was a huge F-up
of
a PR.
No,
of the PR. I mean,
he lied.
Yeah, but he didn't. Did he commit?
He
any
said
crimes?
he had never. Look, it was a podcast.
I'm saying
I am in agreement with you. I am in agreement with you that obviously this is a horrible public relations blunder. He did not commit any crimes. There's a big difference between making a PR blunder and lying.
It's a public relations blunder to say in public that you never spent time with a pedophile when in fact, you know, you had and you didn't actually cop to it until you were forced to and you were under oath. I mean,
of course it's a blunder. I mean, are you saying it's not?
I'm saying that it might be more than a blunder, that perhaps you are understating
is it a crime?
Case.
Is it a crime?
I'm not arguing that it's a crime, Scott. It's just like, let's, like,
okay,
blunder?
Well, you have pointed out that he said something that wasn't true.
Lying,
you have presented the evidence.
Lying isn't anymore.
We have agreed that it is a blunder and that you shouldn't lie about it.
Lying is
what more do you want to do?
Well, is lying, is this administration not saying that lying about something in the public interest like this is not, there should be no accountability about that? Because if you've looked at what's happened in the UK.
I was going to say the King of England has put out statements about this.
Yeah, I mean,
type of activity
the whole
stronger
point
than
is
blunder.
like, I mean,
I know,
this is what we've gotten so far from where the moral compass is.
What they're dealing with is different. He said something that wasn't true about a meeting that he had. I don't think anybody has accused Lutnick of committing any crimes.
Well, as the Daily Show said, to bring your children to a pedophile's island is a serious error in judgment.
All right. Well, we obviously, you know, this story is going to be one we're going to be continuing to follow, but unfortunately we're out of time.
I mean, guys, I just don't understand what's happening here, man. I don't understand how Donald Trump, Republicans, this administration, how they still have credit in the bank with some Americans, purely just off of the way that they're handling these Epstein files. Don't take into consideration the economy. Don't take into consideration Donald Trump and his family enriching themselves to the amount of billions of dollars. Not even taking any of those things into consideration, but simply just the very fact alone, the way in which these guys are handling the Epstein files, how he still has credit in the bank and still has support, is beyond me. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. The reason why Scott Jennings was flustered and struggled to defend that there, because you can't defend that. If somebody lies about the fact, and obviously the only reason as to why, you know, nothing can be done about it is because where he made the original lie was on a podcast, but obviously he was under oath when he told the truth. But the fact that Donald Trump's commerce secretary, his name was redacted from the files, he told a lie about spending time with Jeffrey Epstein. There's reasons why all of this stuff is happening. There's reasons why Donald Trump turns on any Republican who endorses understanding and going into the Epstein files more. There's a reason behind all of these things. And I just can't believe that Republicans and MAGA can't understand and can't see what the reason is. Now, am I accusing Donald Trump of anything? No, I'm not. But believe me, for a man who said he would release the Epstein files, but now is doing everything possible and attacking everybody left, right, and center that says anything about the Epstein files on his side, that is a man who is not guilty, but he's afraid of something. Howard Lutnick saying one thing on a podcast and then saying something while under oath to the American people. That is something that he's looking into. And let me just say, the fact that he took his wife and his children to a known pedophiles island, there is an issue there. There is an issue there. And I can't believe that he done that. Well, I shouldn't even say that. He shouldn't even say that. He's a follower of Donald Trump. I saw a clip, and the clip literally shows every single time Donald Trump spoke about Jeffrey Epstein, Howard Lutnick was in the back giggling and laughing. I mean, this is troublesome stuff, man. Troublesome. And Scott Jennings, the humiliation ritual continues. The guy had to go there and try and defend himself as best as he possibly can. But as I always say, you can't defend the indefensible. No surprise in any way, shape or form. Like I said to you guys, this was going to be a very short clip. I just wanted to show it to you guys because Kasie Hunt, in a like massive respect to her, she lost it. And I understand why she lost it, because trust me, when I'm watching these clips and these videos, I'm losing it too. I don't understand how the administration still has the defenders and people in their corner that they do, because it's clear as day what's going on here. It is clear as day. But shouldn't be shocked and shouldn't be surprised, should we? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below on this short clip. I will leave the link in the description to the full show if you guys want to check that out. And just hit the subscribe button if you're interested in clips like these and hearing my thoughts and my perspective as well, guys. Appreciate you guys. See you guys in the next one.